Monthly GST collection should average around 1.5 lakh crores. The Revenue Secretary saying that it has actually averaged about 1.49 lakhs for the last several months. Not really going into specifics whether it'll cross 1.6 or 2, but I mean, in a way hinting the fact that those kind of numbers will also come into view some months down the line. So that's of course been a big area of surprise and success with regards to GST collections for the government and macros overall. But we're 14 minutes away from the market closing. On the capital goods tax changes, the Revenue Secretary not really giving away very much at all. He basically is saying that we'll see what is in the budget. His team has done a lot of work towards this, submitted what they think should be done. And now, of course, now it is up to the government and budget makers to decide what to put in or any changes that they would like to make, but not really giving away anything at all. It's time for our segment, D Street Chatter. Nimesh is here to give us an insight into dealing rooms and what is being spoken about and what's the flow looking like. Nimesh, over to you. What are you picking up?
Hi, Prashant. So, good day for the markets because it's holding on to the all-time high levels and it's backed by institutional activity as well. In fact, what I understand, a leading long-only FI has an active buyer in the large cap names, and that's supporting a lot of the large cap stocks for the last few days, and that's been the case today as well. In terms of sectors, what stands out today in terms of flows is another day of strong flows into financials. And within financials, the feedback is there is a lot of shift towards the small private bank stocks. That's where the focus seems to be from the large institutions. The other sector which has done well, but there is no reason or a specific, reason for that to move up is the FMCG sector. All the FMCG stocks are buzzing in trade, but no specific reason, so to speak. But I understand there is some bit of buying flows from the domestic funds as well in the FMCG stocks. That stands out because of that. But overall, another strong day heading to. We are holding towards that all-time high levels, and this is backed by institutional buying as well. So that's been a big support for the Indian markets.
Take that point, Nimesh. In fact, a big move is what we're seeing in a couple of these names. HUL, for instance, has now moved to the high point of trade. The FMCG index too is within 0.5% from a fresh all-time high. Individual stocks, what are you looking at?
Well, Mangalam, so in terms of individual names, the first stock on my list today is Prism Johnson, which is Prism Cement. Yep. There is a large block deal, and post that there has been a big move in that stock as well. I understand one of the domestic mutual fund was a seller, okay, but it's most likely going to be a DI to DI trade. So that one of the leading mutual fund was a seller, and on the other side, a large domestic fund was a buyer. So largely a DI to DI trade in Prism Johnson. The second stock is Paytm. This is interesting. Yeah. It's been buzzing in trade today. Yesterday we saw a big upgrade from CLSA last evening. The stock is up 5% in today's trade. And there is a now buzz of a corporate development as well. Remember, tomorrow there is an analyst meet as well as investor meet in Paytm at 5 p.m. So that's going to be an interesting stock to watch out for. The third is a combination of RBL and Federal Bank. Both are in focus, largely in back of strong buy flow. So, the buying into small private bank stocks is a theme which is playing out in these stocks. So that's in focus. And the last stock is Delivery. If you look at the intraday chart, in the last half an hour, you've seen a big up move. It's up 10% intraday. It's recovered. And there was a large block deal in Delivery as well. I believe one of the private equity investors was a seller in today's block. And after that, you've seen a big move in that stock. So Delivery is in focus on the back of a large block deal where a PE investor was a seller.
All right, Nimesh, thanks a lot for that. So Nimesh's list has 4 stocks. 2 of them are the old world names and 2 of them new world. Both of them are buzz. And Paytm, there is because of a corporate action, that is something that we'll be watching out for very soon as well. With that, it's back